They can see it. No.
And no tax on Social Security benefits for our seniors.
What are you doing?
I will make interest on car loans fully tax deductible, and they will be, so listen to that. What will that do for the cars? Fully tax deductible interest on a car. You buy a car, you get a deduction. Wall Street called me up. They said, how the hell did you think of that idea? That's a good one. Because affording a car is essential to restoring the American dream, and you're going to have the American dream finally. You haven't had it in 50 years. Working with Elon Musk, is he good or what?
Yes. Elon been good. $75 million good.
I never saw anything like it. I was on the phone with a friend. I'm talking about something. I don't know, something maybe having to do with Detroit. Could that be possible? But I'm talking on the phone, and I see the screen is on and no sound, and I'm saying, wait a minute, I have to put the phone down. I don't believe what I'm seeing. And I saw that big monster coming down, that big, it's like a 20-story building or something coming down. The engine is glowing and firing and spinning. And I said, it's going to crash. It's going to crash into the gantry. Don't crash. And then you see another engine take it perfectly and lands right in the spot that it took off. I said, that must be Elon. He said, nobody else. It must be Elon. So I called up Elon. I said, Elon, was that you? He goes, that was me. I said, who else can do it? Nobody. I said, can Russia do it? No.
What we should do, what will
Can
get
the U.S. do
views,
it? Meaning
is
the U.S.
react to
outside of you said,
Kamala's
no, nobody can do
rally
that. I said, get it, cool.
as
That's great.
Republicans.
And he endorsed me long
That'll
time
get
ago, actually,
views.
saying it's
We
the most
can, if we
important election
notify
ever.
people. Or someone said Trump with a heart.
But
Dante.
working with Elon Musk, we will cut
See it?
trillions of dollars in government waste.
But
He's
I'm
very
just
good at that.
saying
He knows better than anybody. Won't affect
that
anybody other than it'll look
all we
awfully
gotta do is
good.
let people know.
And it'll help bring our country
Not
back.
the 11
I want to
people.
thank
Huh?
also
11 people.
Elon for campaigning
Oh,
so hard in Pennsylvania.
You wanna talk to
He's
him?
actually feels
I
it's,
want
can
them
you
to hear,
imagine?
listen
He
to
just
Trump.
lands his biggest landing anyone's ever seen. And he leaves for Pennsylvania to campaign for me. Can you imagine that? And
Hello. Hey, from Germany. Woo-hoo. That's awesome. Wow. What time is it there? What is it around? 8, 9, 10, 11.
But in
What is
North
it, 2 in the
Carolina, they had
morning?
no communications. It was like they were an island unto themselves.
In Germany?
And I said to the people, what can we do? He said, we have no communication.
Yeah. Oh,
People are
2:30.
dying. It's a
Oh,
mess.
boy, they
They
are
said the
late.
federal government, Washington, is doing a terrible job. Sir,
Trump, Trump, Trump.
Elon Musk. I said, I happen to
Someone
know
said
he
vote for
endorsed me.
Russia and Putin.
What's the problem? I said, can you get Starlink?
Is that the troll? If you go for Trump. Is that the troll from last
And
time?
they explained it to me. I'm a fast study.
See
Yeah,
why people
it didn't
come?
take too long. So I called up Elon and I was saying, Elon, we're in North
Oh,
Carolina.
too much
People are
espresso,
really
can't
upset.
sleep. Yeah. It's 2:30 in the morning. Wow.
It's like it cut it off. It's incredible.
Trump, baby. Woo.
We've never seen anything like that.
Hello.
I said, Elon, Starlink. It's very hard to get.
Trump,
by the
let's
way,
go,
'cause it's very
baby.
successful, very hard to get. He said, can you get Starlink? A lot of those suckers. Can you get them for North Carolina and parts of Georgia? And I was talking to him about it, and all of a sudden I get a call on the other line. It's the man from North Carolina. Thank you, sir, for getting
Trump
this.
from Mexico. Okay, we're getting a lot of people from all over the world.
I said, Elon, I haven't even finished my conversation, and they're already saying, you said, that's right, I do that. I do two things at one time. I can do that. So he's great. He saved a lot of lives, I think, and he really. And by the way, the Starlink worked perfectly. As soon as he got there, it was perfect. So thank you to Elon for that.
No.
He did a great job. And we do all of this. Our flag will fly proudly once more over the gleaming new factories, and the whole world will witness Michigan's resurgence. Wealth will flood into our country and into the hands of our great workers. And that is the future that awaits for Detroit
Is it
under
easier
a
like
certain
that?
gentleman named President Donald J. Trump. Have you heard of him? It's going to be real. It's going to be real. As we rebuild our economy, we'll also restore our borders. Did you ever see anything like what's coming in through our borders? Criminals.
Yeah.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
People from mental institutions. For 4 straight years, Kamala has imported an army of illegal alien gang members and migrant criminals from prisons and jails, insane asylums and mental institutions all around the world, from Venezuela to the Congo, and she's resettled them into your communities to prey upon innocent Americans. I happen to think it's the worst thing that's happened. I think it's worse than inflation. I think it's worse than a bad economy. I think it's the worst thing that happened to us. 21 million people. When I win on
Look
November
what Chris
5th, the
said.
migrant invasion ends and the restoration of our
Oh,
country
I'm surprised you're not on the TV.
I have no choice.
You think about what Chris said.
Don't care. That's wasted energy. He's not smarter than a 5th grader.
Or to say it a little differently, Kamala, but I don't give a damn if I pronounce it right. Who the hell can pronounce it? It's the savage Venezuelan prison gang, Trendy Aragua.
Trump 2024.
Very nice. It's a very nice group of young gentlemen. Very fine people. They were gang members in Venezuela. We let them.
They're making it scary to go to different places.
All over the place. But in Aurora, Colorado, and communities in all 50 states, this gang is terrorizing law-abiding citizens, including taking over multiple apartment complexes. You have to take a look at this. Take a look.
Open borders, deadly consequences.
Border crisis, record-high crossings are putting a strain on cities across America. It is a full-blown invasion.
Armed Venezuelan gang members storming an apartment complex in Aurora, Colorado.
When people talk about migrant crime, this is what they're talking about. Biden and Harris had created a program to bring them in under humanitarian parole.
I am in favor of saying that we're not going to treat people who are undocumented cross-border as criminals.
More than 13,000 illegal immigrants convicted of murder have been released into the United States.
My 20-year-old daughter, Kayla Hamilton, was murdered.
It's crazy.
Kayla's murderer was apprehended by Border Patrol crossing illegally into
Sick.
the U.S.
Kayla's murderer has been improperly released into the United States.
Abolish ICE. Yeah, we need to probably think about starting from scratch.
An Afghan national is in custody today after being accused of plotting an election day terrorist attack. The suspect entered the U.S. on a special immigrant visa.
More than a dozen people suspected of being Trendy Aragua gang members right here in San
Then
Antonio.
Chris, why are you watching that?
Terrorizing the apartment complex.
What are you talking about?
That guy Chris is saying he's from Scotland. Like, if you're from Scotland, then why are you watching?
This Chris?
No, go out.
By the Biden administration.
2 men investigators say are in the
Right there, saying there's not all them stupid people on TV.
Court documents suggest a group of men arrested for beating and robbing a Dallas woman last month are members of a Venezuelan street gang.
Manuel Hernandez.
Like what that one person said.
Just 2 days earlier.
I can't look at it like this.
Bro, let's just focus on Scotland. What do they eat in Scotland?
Just so you know, we have the most dangerous
None of this is
criminals
funny.
in the world in our country now. The most that we never had anything
Say
like
he
this.
couldn't see the
These are the
screen.
most dangerous criminals in the world. They make our criminals look like very nice people. That's about the only thing you can say. But they are the worst, among the worst people, and they come from all over the world. I thought it was 158 countries. Last week they reported it's 181 countries. They're coming from all over the world. They're emptying their prisons into our country, mental institutions into our country, and they're taking their street gangs and their drug dealers and terrorists are now in our country. 21 million people came in under their rule, and she was in charge of the border. She's a grossly incompetent person, and we can't let this happen. We have to get that.
Someone said Trump is a convicted felon.
Congratulations.
Is now an occupied country. How about that? You ever think you'd be hearing that? We're an occupied country. We're being occupied. You know, if you have a 1 million person army, that's a big army.
Someone said Kamala is the best.
And millions of people. If they just take
They need to live on that planet Mars with her.
Man or woman army. Think of that. They've let these people into our country. They're emptying out the jails.
They put us in danger. And that's what he's trying to tell people. See, presidents get reports that we don't see.
I think it's the biggest problem we have. I don't care.
He knows that it's coming. A lot is coming.
But this is the polls say
in a negative way with what's in this country at this point. We always watch how far from like what happens in other countries with terrorists and gang members, but they're here now. And this is what our government did to us. They're here.
But November 5th, 2024 will be Liberation Day in America.
Yeah, make America great again.
And when I get rid of this microphone at the end of the speech, it's going to be Liberation Day for Donald J. Trump, because I'm blowing out my voice to get this sucker done. I'm blowing out my voice. But I'm going to get through this speech because you're from Detroit. We're going to turn this place around. We're going to make sure that electric current comes into it like it should.
There's something going on with these microphones. You can't silence him.
That's terrible. But I think it's okay. I mean, you can hear. If I scream like hell into the mic, I think it's good for you, not so good for me. But that's okay. That's what my life has been about for the last 10 years, and that's good. Because we love you. We're going to turn it all around for you.
Thank you, Trump.
Someone said, how do you know?
13,099 illegal aliens, convicted murderers are on the loose in the United States. Immediately upon taking the oath of office, I will launch the largest deportation program in American history.
Woohoo!
Oh, who's that?
We have no choice.
Okay, Muhammad, you're getting banned. He said turn the volume up full. Yeah, he called us a fool.
Or kick them the hell out of our country, which is my number one choice. To expedite removals of the Tren de Aragua gangs and other savage gangs like MS-13, which is just as bad. We have them by the thousands now. I took them out by the thousands, and they now are coming back in by the thousands. These people, what they've done to our country, I can't even believe it. I can't even believe it.
In fact, he told us to turn.
I will invoke the Alien Enemies Act of 1798. That's where we had to go. To target and dismantle every criminal network operating on American soil. We will call it Operation
This guy's from Scotland. He's still going on. He's Scotland.
You know what? Just let him be. He has no life, obviously. He has nothing better to do. He's a fool for watching.
Yeah. Focus on Scotland.
So we keep him out.
Like our Kamala supporters.
Stop acknowledging.
And I am hereby calling for the death penalty for any migrant that kills an American citizen.
That's right.
Or a law enforcement.
That's right. That's right. Don't come over here. USA, 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 USA.
Look.
Kamala's migrant invasion is also devastating our great African American community, stealing American jobs, crushing wages,
USA,
undercutting the voting power of our own citizens, and bringing drugs, crime, and
I'm not
death
letting someone be
to our
racist.
country. You know, we're devastating the African American population. They're taking their jobs. It's terrible. It's terrible. And also Hispanic. They're taking a lot of Hispanic jobs. And the jobs
It's my
created
channel.
by Biden
Okay, you let
are
me
all
come
being
here and be
taken by people
racist.
coming into
I'm
the
trying to
country
defend
illegally.
his
So, you know,
target.
it's
Don't
terrible.
hear him.
Yet Kamala says there is nothing she would do differently. Listen to this. She'll do nothing differently.
Can you hold this? Why don't we just let this stand?
Would you have done something differently than President Biden during the past 4 years? There is not a thing that comes to mind.
I stood there on the tarmac watching you check your watch.
The chaotic and deadly U.S. evacuation from Afghanistan stunned Americans and the world and cost the lives of 13 U.S. soldiers.
Would you have done something differently? There is not a thing that comes to mind.
More than 13,000 illegal immigrants convicted of murder have been caught at the border and then released into the United States.
An Afghan national is in custody today after being accused of plotting an election day terrorist attack. The suspect entered the U.S. on a special immigrant visa.
Gut-wrenching new details in the murder of Georgia nursing student Laken Riley. The illegal immigrant suspect, who cops say committed the heinous murder, is a Venezuelan national who crossed the unsecured southern border back in 2022. Two men investigators say are in the country illegally from Venezuela are charged with capital murder in the death of Jocelyn Nangaray.
A fifth illegal immigrant accused of attacking two New York City police officers over the weekend showed no remorse or regret.
Would you have done something differently? There is not a thing that comes to mind.
That's true, Bobby.
You say the economy is in excellent or good condition. US inflation
You
has
hate
hit a
when
new
Barry
40-year
does
high,
that.
increasing by 9.1% over the financial year.
The cost of homes have spiked. Home buyers need to earn 80% more than they did in 2020 to afford a house.
Were you the last person in the room? Yes.
You know, she destroyed San Francisco. She destroyed California along with Gavin Newsom. Destroyed it. Did you see when Newsom said that you're not allowed to even ask for voter ID? If anybody asks somebody for voter ID, it's considered a crime. You know why? Because they want to cheat. There's only one reason why. We want to be very careful. Detroit, if you want to end this disaster, you must get out and vote. You have to get out and vote right now. And with that, I'd like to acknowledge some of our great friends. And he just spoke, so I don't want to have to waste his time, but he did just speak, and he's great. He's one of our really true leaders in this country. We're all lucky to have him running for the Senate. Mike Rogers. Where's Mike? Mike, thank you, Mike. And I don't want him to get up and use this crappy microphone that they sent. I don't want him to do that. I want to keep him good and healthy. Unlike Trump, I want him to have his voice tomorrow. When I get up tomorrow and I can't speak, I'm going to say Detroit did it to me, but that's... We're also pleased to be joined by a future star and really a current star. He's a great guy. He's a friend of mine. Congressman, do you know who he is? Byron Donalds. Congressman Donalds, thank you. Thank you, Byron. He's a great
There go
guy.
Byron.
He's a great guy. Thank you very much, Byron. Michigan House Republican leader Matt Hall. Matt, thank you, Matt. How are we doing here, Matt? We doing good? Gonna win, I hope. We gotta win. So far, we're winning. And Senate Republican leader Eric Nesbitt. Thank you, Eric. Thank you very much, Eric. A man that I said, you gotta do this, you gotta do it. He wasn't sure if he wanted to, you know, he had a great career. I said, I'm sorry, Pete Hoekstra, you gotta do it. You gotta become the GOP chairman. Ambassador Pete Hoekstra. Thank you, Pete. Great job. So, Pete, are we gonna win? How are we doing? Thus far, I hear like way above projection. We're not even talking about polls anymore, but these are way above projection. A man who is probably more knowledgeable about auto workers for Trump and auto workers, period, and who knows exactly what we're doing. He's a member of the union, but he's not happy with what they're doing. with the whole thing, what they're doing. You know, they've lost a lot of jobs over the last few months, and it's going to continue until you have no jobs in this country. We're not going to let it happen. We are going to have more jobs, and it's going to be more powerful as an automobile capital than it was in its heyday 60 years, 70 years ago. It's going to happen. It's going to happen fast. Brian, stand up. Pannebecker, Brian Pannebecker. Thank you very much. Thank you, Brian. And Dr. Masad Boulos, great friend of mine, and Michael Boulos, my son-in-law. He's a wonderful young man. Stand up, please. That's good. That's good. He got lucky. He married Tiffany. And they're having a baby. A beautiful little baby.
Can I say something?
We also have a man highly respected in Michigan, Imam Husseini. Imam, please, wherever you may be, stand up. Thank you. Thank you very much. Great. Thank you very much. Great honor to have you. And we have a guy, I made so much money with this guy. He was brutal. He was a brutal man. Happened to come from a place called Detroit, or as they say, Detroit. He says, I come from Detroit, which is cool as hell if you're the hitman, Tommy Hearns. The hitman. Tommy, come up here, Tommy. Come up, come. Come up here. Tommy the hitman. We love Tommy. I won so much money betting on this guy. He was brutal. We love that. Look at him. He still looks good. He still looks good. Wow. They have to take that. You know, Secret Service has got a little, I don't know, is there such a thing as over? But Tommy's going to have to cross about 9 gates. I don't think so, Tommy. About 25 years ago, he would have just hopped over him. Hey, Tommy, you still good, huh? You think I could take you now in a fight right now? No, I don't think so. I don't think, look at him, he wants to, oh no, he wants to fight. Oh. Tommy the Hitman. Man, oh man. Some of the greatest fights in history. Oh, look, he wants to come up. We should have him up, right? Come on, Tommy. Man, oh man. I saw him in the audience. I said, we got to get. I see a lot of people in the audience. I'm not bringing them up. Come on, Tommy. One of the greatest fighters of all time, and man, I'll tell you what, he was something special. And thank you, Tommy. And he looks great, doesn't he? He looks great.
Now, hear those nice words come from you, man. It's got to be real. It's got to be real. Because I myself never thought I was a great fighter, but I thought I did a pretty good job. But hearing come from you, though, I'm excited. I'm very excited.
Ah, that's good.
I want to fight now.
Trump.
Man, he did eat. Good, he fight. He was a natural. He had the greatest. He had hips a little bit smaller than mine. He had shoulders a little bit larger than mine. See, he wanted the right proportions. That's the way it's supposed to be, right? Thank you, Tommy. They love him in Detroit, right? They love him in Detroit. Another man that they love in Detroit is a rapper, and he's one of the hottest in the world, actually. Trick. Where's Trick? Trick. Come here, Trick. Come here. Maybe we should have him do a little rapping or something, huh? Come here, look at him. He looks good. He looks good. You look good.
What up, though, Detroit?
All right.
If y'all know about Trick, y'all know I'm about bringing it all to Detroit. So please welcome the 47th President of the United States as we make Detroit great again.
Thank you very much. That's great. You have some great people here, I tell you. This is a great place. We're going to really we're going to make it great again, like the country. And we did it. And then we have to do it again because they blew it. They blew it to hell. But we're going to do it again. Thank you, Trick. Here are some of the facts on Kamala Harris. You know, after talking to the hitman and Trick, it seems sort of boring getting back into Kamala, but that's what we got to do. We got to save our country, right? Mr. Wall, stand up, please. This guy's great. You know, he's a wealthy guy. He made a lot of money. He comes to, how many would you say you're at? 350 or something? He's got a lot. This guy's got lots of cash. And I love it. Someday I'm going to wear one of them to a rally. I think it would be well received because we built 571 miles of wall. We had it made. We were going to build another 200 miles of wall. And then they decided to sell it for 5 cents on the dollar. But we're going to get it. We're going to get it done. We built much more than I said I was going to build. And we had the safest border in the history of our country. By the way, my all-time favorite graph. Can we put it up? That's my all-time favorite. Illegal immigration saved my life, if you think about it.
Like they'll get them. Like how Barry
But that arrow on the bottom, that's when I left office. That was the lowest point of illegal immigration that included drugs and so many other things. It was just everything. But it was also, you know, they dealt with so many different elements of different forms of crime, the people that were coming in. And look what happened after that. Look at that. So that was me. That was me, and the last day, and then you look, it was like a rocket ship. It was like Elon Musk sent the rocket ship up, and that was loaded up with criminals of the worst kind, and that's what we have now in our country. And it's worse than that because that one, I want to keep it just the way it was. I'm not going to change it at all. But the numbers on the right, they continue for a long time. It's just an amazing thing. But we love that piece of paper. We love that chart more than any. I sleep with it. I kiss it every night.
Let's go. Love that chart.
I do have that throbbing feeling in my right ear. It's throbbing, so but that's okay. That's great. Thank you very much. So that was the best in history. That was the best in recorded history anyway. That was the lowest. It was what, the day I left office. They had human trafficking at a level, the lowest level. Now it's about 12 times higher. And they traffic in women. They traffic, in children, but they traffic in women more than any other thing. It's a horrible, you wouldn't even believe it could be possible. So thank you very much. I just wanted to see if you had that. I looked to the right and a lot of things happened. And you know, we went to Butler a few weeks ago and we had a celebration. 101,000 people showed up. 101,000, Butler, Pennsylvania, 101,000 people showed up. And it was a beautiful tribute to Corey, the great firefighter. He was a great guy, a big Trump fan. And two other wonderful gentlemen were really hurt badly. They thought they were not going to make it, and the doctors did an unbelievable job, and they're getting better and better and better. But that's a rough thing. That was some evening. I will tell you. But what was really something, and we had an opera singer that was so incredible, right? We had an opera singer that was incredible. We had the bells of Notre Dame. Now, they were recorded. We tried bringing them over, but they wouldn't let us do that. But we had a moment of silence, then the bells rang, and then the opera singer sang, and we had Ave Maria by Pavarotti. We had a whole night. It was an
He has a
unbelievable
priest
tribute.
there.
It was a tribute to him. 101,000 people. Kamala Harris is a radical left Marxist, rated even worse than Bernie Sanders and even worse than Pocahontas. Does anyone know Pocahontas?
Yes.
The
Elizabeth
great
Warren.
Pocahontas, they said, you should never use that term. Please apologize. I said, I'd like to apologize to the real Pocahontas for... Kamala destroyed our border. She destroyed our economy. She was an original creator of defund the police movement. Anybody that wants to defund the police even for one day, we don't want them. They're not worthy of being the president of the United States. If you have that ideology, and she does, she's a Marxist, communist, fascist, tell anything you want. Remember I said, we will never be a socialist country. Remember I said that, and I said, we will not be a socialist country. And I was right. We skipped socialism. We went down to communism. So I was right. I like to be right. I was right for the wrong reasons, right? Kamala Harris vowed to abolish ICE. These are the greatest people. They're tough, they're smart, and they love our country. They take people out that nobody else wants to touch.
Ben, you're a funny dude. Acts 2.
They said, we'll pass. And she wants to get rid of
Trump,
them.
the best president of all time. And I say that as a black man.
As California Attorney
A
General,
young black
she
man.
redefined child sex trafficking.
You could vote for the female all you want.
And rape and crimes. She pledged, think of that. She pledged to confiscate your guns. Would anybody like to give up their
Black
guns?
MAGA.
She wants to confiscate. You feel a little safer when you have all these criminals. Think of it. They allow hundreds of thousands of prisoners to come into our country. Some are murderers, some are drug dealers. They come in and then they say, by the way, we're taking away your guns also, right? They don't go, would anybody like to volunteer to give up your guns? Please raise your hand. Oh, we have a one guy. I have a feeling he won't be doing it when they... Nah, thank you very much.
I can't hold it anymore.
Good. Thank you. Sit down. That's enough. That's enough. He's our friend, but that's enough. And endorsed a total ban on handgun ownership. She wants to endorse a ban, a big one she already did. She even called for free sex changes for illegal aliens in detention. How about that one? And most importantly of all, she lied about working at McDonald's. That's like not a big thing, but can I be honest with you, it's terrible. But there is a video, you know, we talk about woke, and they want to take us woke. And we have a video that I think you'll enjoy. It's about when we won 2 world wars, when we were although we did defeat ISIS in about 4 weeks, I will tell you, we have a great military, but I think you'll enjoy this, the way it used to be and the way it is right now.
Oh, yes.
You little scumbag! I got your name! I got your ass! You will not laugh! You will not cry! You will learn by the number!
Happy Pride. Happy Pride Month. Actually,
That's what Ben's for.
Yes, sir! Let me see your war face! Sir, you got a war face? Ah! That's a war face! Now let me see your war face! Ah! Bullshit! You didn't convince me! Let me see your real war face! Ah!
That's Ben.
You will be a weapon. You will be a minister of death, praying for war. But until that day, you are few. You're in the lowest form of life on earth. You're not even human fucking beings. You are nothing but unorganized elastic pieces of amphibian jet.
Look at that. A man. Trapped that refuse to release. Look at this. Look at these men. Men.
I love working for Uncle Sam. I love working for Uncle Sam. Let me know just who I am. Let me know just who I am. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3.
Pretty cool, right?
Wow. Big contrast,
We won 2
huh?
world wars, remember that? We won plenty of others, and we defeated ISIS so rapidly nobody can believe it. In a matter of weeks, they said it was going to take 5 years. We did it in a matter of weeks. In conclusion, with your vote this November, we are going to fire Kamala, and we are going to save America.
You are fired.
We will teach our children to love our country, honor our history, and always cherish our great American flag. We will cut your taxes, crush inflation, slash your prices, raise your wages, and create the greatest job boom the world has ever seen. We're going to do that very easily. Very easily. We will hire American, buy American,
That's
build
right.
American, grow American, and show the whole world that the American dream is back, bigger, better, and stronger than ever before.
USA. USA.
I will stop the... Absolutely, darling. And I will stop the global theft of American jobs and turn the U.S. into the manufacturing superpower of the world. I will end the war in Ukraine immediately. I will get it done while I'm President-elect. Stop the chaos in the Middle East and prevent World War III. We are very close to World War III.
Yeah, that's what they want.
Very, very close to World War III because we have incompetent people. Ukraine
Dumb
would have never
people.
happened. October 7th would have never happened. Inflation would have never happened. It was caused by their stupid energy policy.
Invasion would have never happened.
None of this stuff would have happened.
Look, Mom.
And we wouldn't have had that horrible situation in Afghanistan, the most embarrassing moment in the history of our country. 13 dead soldiers, many people dead, many people and soldiers just devastated, loss of legs and arms. All of that wouldn't have
You
happened.
mad,
And of
bro?
course, we gave them tens of billions of dollars worth of brand new military equipment that I bought and they gave it away to the Taliban.
How could people
I think it
think
was the
it's
most
okay?
embarrassing moment in the history
What's
of our
going
country.
on now
And because
is
of
they
that,
say
Putin
do more,
said,
hurt me more.
This is a paper tiger. I'm going to go
Incredible.
into Ukraine, but he would have never done it.
Incredible.
The president, and even the Democrats admit that, frankly. I will crush violent crime and give our police the support, protection, resources, and respect that they so dearly deserve.
Yeah.
We will strengthen and modernize our military. You know, I rebuilt our military. We rebuilt our military, but we're going to bring it to a next step.
And Kamala
We will build a
rebuilt
missile
our
defense
Iran
shield, all
military.
made in the USA. A lot of it made right here. And we will put these stars and stripes on the surface of Mars, and maybe with the help of Elon, we'll get it done quicker. We will rebuild our cities, including our capital in Washington, D.C., making them safe, clean, and beautiful again. We will, remember this one, we will get critical race theory and transgender insanity the hell out of our schools. It'll be gone. And we will keep men out of women's sports.
That's right. Hear that? I know Kamala people hate that.
Ben.
Free speech and the right
Especially
to
Tim.
keep
Tim.
and bear
What's it?
arms.
Tampon
We will do that.
Tim.
Second Amendment. After years and years of building up other countries, we will protect our borders, defend our families, and protect our American suburbs, cities, and towns like never before. We will end sanctuary cities, and we will stop illegal immigration once and for all. We will put American citizens first.
That's right. America
We will
first.
put American citizens first. American children first. American patients first.
You think that would be
American taxpayers
have to say
first.
that.
American workers first. And American communities first. And we will put communists, Marxists, and fascists last, if that's okay. And they will always be last. They will never make a comeback. They're getting very close. We got to win this election or they're going to be there. They're going to be there. We will not be invaded. We will not be occupied. We will not be conquered. And we will be a strong, proud, and free nation once again. We will defend our civilization, reclaim our sovereignty, and I will give you back your freedom, your future, and your life. Everyone will prosper, every family will thrive, and every day will be filled with opportunity and hope. But for that to happen, we must defeat Kamala Harris and stop her radical left agenda once and for all. We want a landslide, and it looks like that could be happening. Too big to risk. Early voting is underway. So
Everyone go out there and vote for Trump.
Go out and vote. Go tomorrow. It's just starting. Go and vote. Make sure you vote and bring all our friends that want to vote for us. Tell them, Jill, get your fat husband off the couch. Get that fat pig off the couch. Tell him to go and vote for Trump. He's going to save our country. Get that guy the hell off our... Get him up, Jill. Slap him around. Get him up.
Everyone vote for Trump.
Get him up, Jill. We want him off the couch to get out and vote. Bring your friends and get them out after all we have been through together.
Yeah.
We stand on the verge. And this
We've been
is
through a
true.
lot.
I believe this.
A lot.
We're on the verge of the 4 greatest years in the history of our country.
Yes.
With your help from now until Election Day, we're talking about 19 days.
Wow.
19.
Little over 2 weeks.
Tampon Tim. Is that Sean? What's his name? Ben?
Yeah, Ben. Yeah.
That's his name. Is Tampon Tim. Is that Tampon Ben?
Yeah, Tampon Ben.
Will stop us. We will press forward to our magnificent American destiny. And
He must play in girls' sports.
Fight, and vote. And we will win. We're going to win. And November 5th will be the most important day in the history of our country. And together we will make America powerful again. We will make America wealthy again. We will make America healthy.
That's what people
again.
don't admit, Anthony.
We will make America strong again. We will make America proud again.
That's right.
Look
Make
up.
us proud again.
America safe again. And we will make America great again. Thank you.
Thank you, Trump. God bless you, Trump.
Woohoo! Trump. Trump.
Yep. by your channel. They said, why is this alt-right channel popping up? Should be banned. Okay, you can turn that.
Different signs. We had build it in America, make Detroit great,
We had
great again.
this
So
stream had a lot of people with some opinions this stream.
That was fine.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Hello, everyone. I mean, that went well. I like that everyone's positive in the chat. But that was a great rally from President Trump. And yes, I do support Trump, so does my mom.
Trump. All right, that's right.
Mhm.
You know what's amazing is like when you have young people that are involved in into politics, and they're more aware than even older people, and they have more common sense than older people. We know that they're going to be all right, because this world is screwed up right now. You have people that are unable to pay for groceries. You have the inflation is crazy, gas is high. We're doing more for people who are outside the United States more than Americans. They're using our taxpayer dollars to fly in illegal immigrants because they're entering the country illegally and crossing the border illegally. And we're taking care of them with taxpayer dollars, but we're doing nothing for Americans. So that's a problem. And we have people who claim to be citizens here that are fighting for more of this. They want 4 more years of wars, of high inflation, of not being able to pay for
Someone
groceries.
said, I don't understand how you could support him when all he wants to do is bring Jim Crow back.
But that's a lie from hell. It's like people take these I don't know if they're hearing it from MSNBC or CNN. I don't know where they're getting these ideas from. But when you look at Biden, who was running initially, he was behind mass incarceration of black men with the 1994 Crime Act. And then you have Kamala, who was instrumental in locking up thousands of black men for marijuana and kept them in prison longer than their sentence term in order to fight fire. So these are the people that people are voting for.
Someone said, Trump, look at my African American over here.
Look, I'm not African American. I am American. I'm a black American. I'm American. And I want what's best for my future and for my children, my future grandchildren. That's what I'm fighting for. The crap that's going on now, you have to be stuck on stupid to say, give me more of this.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make any sense. People talking about, oh, let's elect the first black woman. First of all, she's not black, she's Indian. She's whatever she needs to be in order to win in this election. I have a problem with a chameleon. She goes with the Latinos, she's Latino. She goes with black people, she's black.
Someone said, have you heard of Project 2025 in its entirety?
You know what, the thing about it, obviously you haven't heard of Project 2025. Have you read it? You know, it's like people keep bringing up these talking points from MSNBC, CNN. You could tell when people are limited in their always talking about something that Trump has nothing to do with Project 2025. He's said it a million times. JD Vance has said it a million times.
Oh, Ben says something again.
The people that are behind Project 2025 have made it clear that this is totally them. This is their project.
She is awesome.
But what they're doing is because they want to build this hate towards Trump, this rhetoric, and this man been shot at twice.
Yeah.
I mean, almost assassinated twice, and they continue saying he's Hitler, he's this, and he's that, when everything that he is what they are. It's like somebody cheating on their wife, say, oh, you're the one that's cheating, and they're cheating, but they're telling you it's you. Yeah. I mean, this is like the craziest crap I've ever seen in my life. They talk about democracy. You put a woman in the last 3 months that didn't receive 1 vote.
Someone said,
not 1 vote.
Someone said, where's your Trump shirt?
Oh, I'll get it. They haven't received 1 vote, not 1 vote. And Biden, at least he received 14 million. They did a coup, pushed this man out and put this clown in office that nobody likes. She's unfit for duty. She's weak. She cannot go and negotiate anything with Putin, President Xi. She's not a world leader. They will crush her. These presidents, like these Chinese presidents and Russian president, they respect strength. They do not respect her. And if we have that as a representation, they will crush us.
Ben, you keep repeating the same thing, but you still haven't said what you're not for that Trump does or why you're against Trump.
He must be gay. The only if he's a man, like if you are a heterosexual man and you're running around talking about Harris, I mean, you must not have a family to take care of. You must not have children, because I don't know that when I go to the market, I'm being affected by it. I'm spending like $300 or $400. Oh, I'm spending that in a few days. I can't even say a week. I'm constantly spending money on food, and I'm only buying food for 2 people. So, like, when my daughter and everyone else is at home, I couldn't imagine what people are paying to feed their families. They got to be kidding. When I go to the gas station, I don't fill my car all the way up when I go.
Awesome.
You know, it's just amazing that people are saying, give us more of this mess. And they keep telling us that like Trump is the threat. They are the threat to democracy. They weaponize the justice system. They've done everything to remove this man. What is it? Somebody tell me, what is it in it for Trump? How is what's in it for him?
Yeah.
Everything that he's been through. When this man is a billionaire, could be on his own island, enjoying his life. Are they crazy for real?
You need to tell him, because someone keeps saying ask her if he lost in 2020, but you need to say how you were a Democrat.
He didn't lose in 2020. The more that I see, now, if you would have asked me this 4 years ago, I would have been saying everything you're saying, because I didn't expand my mind. I was limited. I only focused on just the mainstream media, what they had to say about him, and I believe it. Not until I started watching more other news media, even other YouTubers, and even Fox News, and start listening to going on Twitter, TikTok, just getting more information, going online, going on the website, and seeing what was actually being said. That's when I start realizing, I start paying more attention.
Yo, shout out Ben.
Start paying more attention. And that's when I realized that the ones that's crying the loudest and calling the most names are the ones that really are evil. It's the Democrats. These people, this big plan they had from day one, they said, we're not going to depend on the black vote. What we're going to do, we're going to take over, we're going to retain power. We're going to, in a matter of 3.5 years, can someone tell me why did they find it necessary to have, in 3.5 years, 20 million people invading this country? Why? What was the need at, that great amount of people that they felt that needed to cross our borders unvetted, that put us in danger? We are in danger. It's all good. Even the CIA, Homeland Security, they just wait. They said they don't know when it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. All this stuff is going to erupt. Well, we got living in this country right justice to the citizens of the United States.
Thank you, Joe, to you as well.
And then you're going to put us last, that America is last? You're taking care of illegal immigrants while veterans are sleeping on the street? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
There was a man today, we were watching, who was it? It wasn't Jordan Cash. Who was it?
Oh, Nick Shirley.
Nick Shirley. This guy told me he's been working 5.5 years and he's homeless. Yeah. What kind of mess is that? And he said that the immigrants are getting places in, apartments in New York before he can. Everything is going to them before American citizens.
Yeah.
It's backwards. It's all right taking care of people, but there's no way you can bring that amount of people into any country and sustain it. There's no way that we can keep up with this. This is not helping us. We spend $461 billion this year so far on illegal immigrants because they entered this country illegally. That we didn't take the time to vet them. At least American citizens are being raped, being killed. You got 13,099 convicted murderers running around in this country.
Someone said stop believing everything you see online.
It's true. It's true. You obviously are believing what you believe. Because you're in a bubble. You're in bubble land. You better wake up. You better wake up. before it's too late. But we can't take another 4 years. Are you better off today than you were 4 years ago? Are you better off? Everything is better for you now? You like this economy? You like high inflation? You like that people can't even buy a house? I hope you have a house because you can't go out there and buy one now.
And this one person keeps saying about Project 2025 that's already been debunked.
But you know what? They have nothing. The only thing that they talk about is abortion and try to put Project 2025 because they try to deflect to stuff that people really don't care about. You know, they always want to keep bringing up the 2020 election and all. I don't care about the 2020 election. We can't go back in time. Yeah. Biden he's in office right now. And that jackal you call a vice president that 3 months ago everybody hated. So all this was a big plan by the machine, and I believe Obama, Pelosi, they had this big plan to retain power. They was like, he'll never be president again. We're going to do all these things to keep the Republicans out of power. But Democrats been in power for out of the last 16 years, 12 of the years has been Democrats. And look at this.
Yeah, so I mean, people, it's because they're watching these news sources like CNN and ABC.
But you know what? It's not even the news sources. They're living it. Mm-hmm. If you are a United States citizen, you don't need a news media to see what's happening. You're living this mess. You know, you're living it. So I don't know what type of life that they have or whatever. Maybe they're not being, affected the same way as the rest of us. But we see the difference. Everybody's experiencing the difference.
You got some funny people in here.
But they want to run and they want to stay, they like the corruption. They see what these people are doing. We have 2 wars now. We're funding 2 wars. How many hundreds of billions of dollars have we sent to Ukraine?
Thank you, Joe.
How much? We just sent $57 million to Lebanon, and we just had 2 hurricanes.
Okay, someone said Trump has absolutely nothing to do with my achievements.
You should have everything to do with your personal achievements. No one is responsible for your achievements, but it doesn't have to be as hard as it is. These people are not for America. This administration has done everything for everyone else except for American citizens. Everything has been about everyone outside of this country. You got illegal immigrants living in luxury apartments, getting 15,000 EBT cards. They're getting 25,000 in cash. They've been giving laptops. Our healthcare system is going to crash. You got all these people entering our healthcare. And you think that this is sustainable? What about food insecurities? You have to feed all these people. When you have that amount of people coming to a country within a few years, just be logical about this. It's not about them being here. It's the amount of people in this short span of time that have invaded this country. That's what the problem is.
Thank you, Austin. You said I'm blessed to have a mother with her head on straight.
That's what the problem. Thank you. That's what the problem is. You can't, but it was a reason. Nobody's asking, why did they allow this? They opened up the borders. The 94 policies that Trump imposed, like remain in Mexico and everything they had already set up, they got rid of everything and they allowed them to crash the border, even terrorists to come in. You feel safe that terrorists are now here? Hamas is here. We got Venezuelan gangs here. We have everything here. You can't go running in the park by yourself at night. Go ahead.
Yeah.
And nothing is being done. They're killing and they're raping people and they're not even being prosecuted. That's the problem because they're in these sanctuary cities. So the laws are not applying to them and they know it. They don't have to show ID to get a license. They're allowing these people to drive and not even knowing how to read English. Not even learning how to drive. Then they're killing people. Hitting them with the cars, running the cars in the stores. Come on now.
You need great comments.
Yeah, it's real. We have to wake up. Wake up. You don't need the news to tell you what's impacting your life.
God bless you too, Lily.
We're experiencing it. You think we could take 4 more years? Who is she going to stand with? What president You're looking at the United States. Look outside. What president's going to respect Kamala or Tampon Tim?
Israel is somewhere I really want to go. So love to y'all in Israel. Someone said you sound like Trump.
I sound like me. This is who I am. This is who I am. He makes more sense than what's in there now. You had a president suffering from dementia and this VP to act like she's suffering from dementia as well. She kept this a secret. And so they're going to expose him. They exposed him in June. They never had a debate that early before. They exposed him because they wanted to push him out. But to allow her to be the nomination. But she was not their choice. She's unable to speak. She's unfit. What she represents is not what we represent. She wants to do more for everyone except for American citizens. They're going to go to people that lost everything in North Carolina and they're going to say, we're going to give you $750? Are you kidding me? Oh, but we want you to pay it back.
Yo, Ben chose to be a hater today or tonight.
But we don't
every
care.
day.
He's miserable. For him to
Yeah.
spend that time and want somebody to live his life, I wish they could fly him to Mars somewhere and he could be on a planet with them by himself. I mean, I don't want to go through what these idiots are going through. They want more of this mess. I don't want anything to do with it. I want somebody that can lead and someone that I feel comfortable following. I don't feel comfortable following a fool. Kamala is a damn fool. She has no policies. She has no. She's gonna tell black men, "Oh, we're gonna let y'all legalize marijuana." What kind of fracking, knacking bull crap is that? Well, I mean, really, how offensive and insulting is that? That's not doing anything for black people. What happened to the George Floyd Bill Act? What happened to the John Lewis Act? How they really doing something that would make an impact on black people? How about reparations? Y'all gave out reparations to the illegal immigrants. You didn't mind giving them money. You know, how many black people could that have helped to move them up further in society? All that you're doing for people that have never paid $1 into our tax system. We're taking care of them. And they laughing in our faces. Say you get nothing. It doesn't make any sense.
Joe said I would love for Ben to comment something with substance. Ben just repeats the same
but
phrases
because they have no substance, because she has no camp that they can talk about. They can't even argue a point because she has no points. She took and copy and paste what Biden already had. She said there's nothing different that she could think of that she would do differently than the person that's in office now who spent more time at the beach than running this country.
Rodo said she got Trump scared.
You know what? If I'm not scared, ain't no way in hell Trump is scared of that little imp. She doesn't even run her life. She's being told what to do. She was scared that she didn't have an interview. It took 84 days, and the election is like here, before she even would speak to anyone. And then she did all those softball, going on The View.
Sonia.
Going on, call me daddy. Get out of here.
Yeah, that was weird.
Trump and JD Vance, they're going any media avenue. They take questions from the reporters. And when they ask them questions, they're hostile towards them. Soon as somebody says something to her, like Brett did on Fox News, which was great, they want to talk to her like with little kitten mittens on. Like, who's going to talk to her? She can't handle having to answer questions and still didn't answer them. And that's a problem. She's being attacked. I mean, she don't need to run for president. She can't stand her ground. Get out of here. She's weak. She's weak. She's weak. And she pitiful.
How are we a couple of victims?
I'll be a victim if I keep following a fool. Who gonna follow these people? You gonna follow them into war? Because that's what they trying to have. You gonna follow them into World War III? You want them representing the United States, speaking for you? You really want Kamala speaking for you, who talking word salads?
Someone said that we're doing this for attention and clout.
You know, I'm doing this because this is how I feel. I'm a Christian. I stand on principle.
It's the fate of our country.
And I realize that I've been voting Democrat forever. I just got off the damn plantation because realizing that they haven't done anything for us. All they do every election is make all these promises. But a lot is at stake. And I realize I'm not in agreement with abortion. That goes against what I believe in. I'm not in agreement with the Alphabet Club because God calls it abomination. I'm not in agreement with men in sports and women's sports. I'm not in agreement with that. I'm not in agreement with these grown adults taking kids and chopping off their penises when before they even hit puberty, telling them they're not a boy, they're a girl. I'm not in agreement with what's going on. I don't believe in what they believe in. I believe that you have a choice, like God gives us choices. You can choose to go to heaven or hell. I choose to go to heaven, but if I'm following what Jesus said, that's the Democrats is not what I believe in. Their party. Because Kamala was on stage, I don't know if it was today or yesterday, but some guy had said, what did he say about Jesus? He said, thank you, God, or, and she said, he's at the wrong convention.
He said Jesus is king, is Lord.
Yeah, he shouted out, Jesus is king.
Jesus is Lord.
Is Lord. And Kamala said, you're at the wrong conference. What does that say to you? He said, Jesus is Lord. At her conference, and she shouted out, you're at the wrong conference. And just like the followers of demons that was cackling, they all applauded that. So I'm not down with that. You know, you have to make a decision like what you're standing for, and I'm not standing for that.
Yeah.
I mean, she act like she gonna go to a black church, and now you talking about somebody say Jesus is Lord, and you gonna say you at the wrong conference.
This is upsetting all the Democrats.
You're at the wrong conference.
I guess they like to have,
and especially if you're black, because black people try to really.
I guess they like to have men and women.
No, black people, we pride ourselves as being Christians and following the Lord and all that. And we pride ourselves as being Christians, and we in our Bible and we in our word. There's no way that should be agreeing with our spirit. There's nothing about the Democratic Party that's in agreement with what Jesus stands for.
No true Christian could vote for either candidate in good faith.
Well, we have to decide. We have to decide. And no matter what, one of them are and will become president. And the one that's vice president now, she keeps talking like she's not in the regime now. Her and Biden are the ones that are president and vice president now. She tried to act like Trump is president.
Someone with the username Just to God says she doesn't have a demonic spirit. What the heck? And their name is Just to God. They're calling themselves.
You know what? Nobody gonna waste that energy, because you can tell when people are running scared. The people that always got something to say and like they have no argument, they have no sense. Tell me, what has she done for American citizens? I know that she cast the vote that caused all this inflation. Tell me, what has she done for us?
Oh, my mom knows she's not black. We all know she's not
Tell
black.
me what has this Indian woman done for us that now wants to masquerade as a black woman and got all these black people brainwashed. We want to put the first black woman. She's not black. She is an Indian woman with an Indian mother and an Indian father, Irish father. That's what she is. And then she had audacity to have a picture telling her grandmother was black, and there's a picture of a lady that died 4 years before she was born. She's being found out all her lies. She is weak. She has no financial plan for us. She has no financial policy for this country because she doesn't understand it. So she can't speak about what she doesn't understand. She is not a leader at all. Especially, she gonna be the leader of the free world. Are you kidding? I could see if it was someone like Michelle Obama or someone that at least had a brain. This woman is not even.
Hey, yo, Justin Bieber, you're gonna have to get blocked. I'm not even gonna argue with you, man.
You know, she's not even smarter than a fifth grader. So no, she hasn't done anything for American citizens. Someone tell me, what has she done for us? What has Biden and Kamala done for United States citizens, except for spend our taxpayer dollars and have just distributed out to the world and have done nothing for American citizens? Everything this administration has been done for everyone else except for us. Yeah, and those are facts.
Someone says that she put black men in jail for weed.
That's what she's done. She's put black men in jail for weed. And Biden did a mass incarceration of black people that are still being affected today. So that's what they both have done together. And we're running out there voting for these two. None of us should vote for them. And Trump, what he has done is he has undone some of the dirt they have done by his Reform Act that has allowed black people actually to have parole, and these over sentencings that have gone on, that they've been able to regain their freedom. That's what Trump has done. And he has helped HBCUs. So he's done more than Obama didn't do anything for us. We thought we were going to get a black president. We were so happy. He has he's charismatic. He has swag and he's well-spoken. He didn't do anything for black people. His whole presidency was for the Alphabet Club. He didn't do anything for us. Trump did more than he did, and Biden, for us. So I don't want to hear that mess. But what they have done, they have hurt us more, these two, than I think anybody else in our lifetimes. Biden and Harris. And we have someone that has dementia running this nation. Get out of here.
But I'm noticing about...
Oh, well, he's not running.
But I'm noticing about Democrats, when they don't agree with you, they say a lot of personal insults and attacks.
Well, see, that's all they have. When you're losing, you start making it personal.
Yeah.
When you have no facts and you have nothing to stand on, then this is the response. Is the response because you can see how Kamala made false accusations, rhetoric, everything they say that you're doing, they're doing. Everything they said about Trump, his rhetoric, they're still talking about he's a threat to democracy. No matter how many times people try to assassinate him. Look how the mainstream media has pushed it under the rug when he's been shot out at twice. Mm-hmm. That doesn't make any sense. That nothing is being done about it. They try to lock him up because they can't beat him fairly and squarely. They have done everything to attack him. So, but he's going to use the justice system against us, and they're doing that. He was already in office. He didn't use the justice system against anyone. He left like when he was supposed to leave. It was a peaceful transferring of power. So the things that they're saying, he's already had the job before, and he's already has proven himself, and he was a better president. She's a joke. And for people not to see that she's trying to say and do anything to win, even to promise black men.
Someone said Trump's been a criminal since the 80s. You didn't do your research and now you look ignorant.
Well, you know what? You spend your time while you search out Kamala and how she got where she at, how many Willie Browns she slept with. And all the black people she locked up. And by the way, check out Biden, how he said black people were worse than infidels, that they were beyond reproach. That there was no, just lock them up and keep them locked up. There are people that got double life sentences for freaking marijuana.
Look up Joe Biden 1994 crime bill, where he specifically says that people beyond the pale can't be really saved. You can look it up and listen to his whole speech.
Look stuff up. They're going to justify this evil and live. And the thing about it, it's like, look what's going on.
Someone said these are not black people talking.
But look what's going on. How in the world can you be so blind that you're experiencing this every day? Your paycheck didn't grow. If you have a job, your paycheck didn't grow. Your food is not keeping up. Your paycheck is not keeping up with inflation. When you go to the market, when I go to the market, if I spend like $120, which is a minimum, my basket is not even a quarter weight. It's not even a quarter filled. Before, that was at least be halfway filled up. I mean, you've got to be kidding me. Mm-hmm. When my car, I rarely say fill it up. Rarely. I just go by what I need that week to drive on or whatever. So it is a big difference. When you travel, you're looking at your money more because it costs more to do everything. So you can't tell me. And then I see all this being given to people that they just coming over here and they're breaking our system, especially our healthcare system, with billions and billions and billions of dollars for people that are not supposed to be here, and they're committing crimes on top of it. Try visiting New York right now. Watch Cash Jordan videos. Watch some of the stuff that people boots on the ground, people are showing what's going on. That the news is not showing you. That's why I love social media, because you have people that they don't have anything to gain from reporting or showing what's going on. We're not gaining anything from this. We're not being paid for
Someone
this.
said they're from New York. Stop lying.
You're not from New York.
I don't think they're from New York.
You're not, unless you're an immigrant. It's fine for you. You living in one of them luxury apartments. You know, you live in one of those luxury apartments. People are in shelters. They're in hotels. They're living everywhere. They're committing crimes that they're being committed a crime and let go. They're robbing stores. All the stores and companies are leaving New York.
Someone said now the racism came out.
You know what? The truth is coming out. And you can research and you can go visit it. Go visit Madison Square Garden. Go visit Times Square yourself. Nobody has to prove anything to you. This is not about changing anyone's mind. This is about speaking the truth. That's what it's about. This is like waking up to the real world and not living in bubble land. So that's what this is about. There's nothing to gain for us. But this is reality. This is what's happening. And people, how can you close your mind to stuff that's affecting your life every day? We got wars that's going on. When they say that we're close to World War III, they're not just saying that. That's the truth. Taiwan, China right now got warships right outside of Taiwan. We are their allies. If China attacks Taiwan, then the United States is going to get involved. Yeah. And then all the allies are going to get involved. That's World War III. And China knows that this is the time to attack us because we got stupid people in leadership. What is Joe Biden going to do? He goes to bed at 4 o'clock. We have nobody running this nation. We're weak right now. And even if she was in office as a vice president, she doesn't know what to do. She runs from freaking interviews. And you think that she's going to lead us in World War III? Y'all have to really wake up. This is not about Republican and Democrat. This is about the state of our country, about our well-being. Everybody worrying about this other stuff. What?
Someone said a funny comment about me.
What?
He said, no, I won't say it because it's kind of racist.
Well, you know what? That's what people do when they have no substance.
Yeah.
They get personal. And it's nothing that people could tell you positive about Kamala Harris. She gets up there and she lies about everything that she says. She tries to talk about Trump, but he's a leader. He's a businessman. He sat down with Bloomberg. Tell her, I want to hear her financial plan. Tell her to sit down with Bloomberg. Tell her to sit down with him. And let us, you want to be our president? We want to hear your policy. We want to hear your plans. It's like nobody can ask you anything. Or, oh, you're attacking a woman. Well, damn it, you better man up. You want to be the president of the United States. You got to talk to her with
Thank you, Jay Sharp.
You can't even talk to her. You know, oh, y'all attacking her.
Now someone said Trump isn't a businessman. He has so many failed businesses.
Well, he got a lot of more businesses than we have. When I go to Chicago and places like that, I see Trump buildings.
He got a lot of.
He got skyscrapers. I see his buildings and golf courses.
He got a lot more billions than you and myself.
Will ever have. See, those are talking points that they hear. They're not talking about his successes and all that. That's how business is. Business is up and down. You make good deals, you make bad deals, but you keep on making deals.
Yeah, like
what
happened to me?
You keep on making deals. So that's how it is. That's called business. But he is most definitely successful. Yeah, he's been president of the United States, which you haven't been.
But people who are for the Kamala regime, like say in the comments like why you support her, because it's like I see a lot of people just insulting us but not saying why they actually support her. You know, I'm curious.
Well, they do a lot with what Joy Reid, Roland Martin, what's
Young
her
Turks.
name? Young Turks and Joe on all these different people that come on mainstream media. So that's what they hear but they don't understand that, first of all, that they are the ones that are sick, and a lot of them are really Ponzi's that are out there trying to support these people because they have skin in the game. A lot of them want these positions. They've been promised things, promised promotions, promised many things, because so that's why their bosses say this is the way we want you to report the news. They have to do what they're told. But that's why I like social media, because there's no skin in the game. People can actually report. Listen to Anton Daniels. He's a YouTuber.
Bruh,
He's
come on.
phenomenal.
Come on, dude. That's my mom. I'm gonna have to block you.
So there are incredible people out here that's really reporting, making a difference. You should have just really cut it off, because that's going to keep cutting.
Oh.
But it's okay. You have to wait for it to do it the next time. But tell me what Kamala has done for this nation.
No one has said anything.
Tell me what she has done for this nation. What has she done? At their convention, their biggest thing at the convention was to have a freaking van for people who want abortions. Who has that at a conference? An abortion clinic. I mean, how jacked up is that? You want Americans to kill their babies, but you want illegal immigrants to have babies. What kind of sense does that make? If people don't look, why is abortion like the big deal when people can take birth control?
Someone said abortion is a health care.
Why don't men just wear condoms? Why don't these women just take birth control? Why don't they just keep their legs closed? So you want your birth control to be abortion? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, we want control over our body. Control your damn body by closing your damn legs. Yeah. Start with that. How about only having sex with somebody that you really want to be with, that you're going to marry or something? Not no Joe Blow. Oh, I got pregnant. How about taking your birth controls? We're living in a day and time that you can take birth control. You have control over that. You're an adult. Have control over that.
Oh, Cass Iron must have had an abortion because they're really defending it.
Well, defending something that's a baby. Mm-hmm. You can prevent all that by taking birth control. Why are they pushing people taking birth control? So then you don't have to go through an abortion. That's not an easy thing to go through. And it starts with that. How about keeping your legs closed? How about making sure that guy, not only can it stop you from getting AIDS or HIV, but make sure he wears a condom if you're not ready to have a baby.
Someone said it's a clump of cells, not a baby. You are a baby.
Wear that. Wear a condom. So they wanted to make birth control. That's the only talking point that these Democrats have. Her talking point is not the economy, because they're the cause of inflation. They're the cause of the economy being like this. They're the cause of
Chris.
Our borders being broken and this 20 million people illegally entering our country. All these murders and deaths and rapes.
They said they love you.
Thank you. They're the cause of all of this. That's why they have no talking points. They don't, and they keep talking like Trump is the president. Their ministry, they're empowered. He's not empowered. They're empowered. This is what they have done.
Yeah.
They have done this to us. And you have people that have the audacity that keep saying, give us more of this. Give us more of this. How insane is that? They're walking us into freaking World War III. That's what they're doing.
And Obama tried to play the card.
We don't want nuclear weapons going off. That's where we're at. See, they're going to be in bunkers. They're going to be protected. They're not going to be harmed. The people out here, you and I, we're the ones that are going to suffer the consequences of their actions. And then what are you going to say? Help me? They're not going to help you. Trump is trying to stop it. He's trying to stop it from happening. That's what he's trying to do. And they're the ones that supply Iran with this money that they're able to have a nuclear bomb. We're the ones that gave them billions of dollars. Trump made sure they were broke. They had no money. They didn't have any money. This is something that they caused. And now we're in all these situations this administration has created. And it's like people are like they blinded to what's going on, but you're living it. You don't need a news media to tell you what's happening in your life. You see it, you're experiencing it. And you need to wake up. We need to wake up. All this time I've been a Democrat. I helped get Biden elected in a big way. When I say I met Biden, I met Biden. I greeted Biden. I had a big role. I met him several times. I deal with Congress people. I'm the one that held rallies in Philadelphia. We stomped the ground. Philadelphia is the key even now. We stomped the ground for Biden to get him elected. I had permits to have rallies at Independence Mall. That's where the Liberty Bell is. If who's who, I've met them. I've been with them. I attended all these events. And now this is how I'm talking. And I'm the one, not only did I vote for him, but I made sure a lot of other people voted for him.
Yeah, something else is.
So I'm not just talking like this. If you really look at me, you'll see pictures of me with him and them and videos and stuff. This is who's talking to you. I did not know that this is what I was doing, that I had no idea their big plan was day one to open up our borders and allow this mass invasion. Why do you think they did this?
I can't believe people want 4 more years of this. It's just really, really astounding.
But you got to ask yourself, why? Yeah. Why did Kamala, she is the border czar. Go look at the 118 Congress. It's written in 118 Congress, Kamala Harris, border czar, is written in 118 Congress. You can Google it.
Someone said you need your own show fast.
You can Google it. These are the things that you can find out for yourself. You have to ask why. And nobody's been able to answer why did y'all want all these people to enter our country in the last few years at this rate? Why? Why were you flying people in? Why? That you didn't care whether terrorists came in, Hamas came in. It's 54,000 Chinese men came in. Where are they? They call where they go to call the camp. They don't even go to the shelters. You don't even see them. We don't know what's happening in this country. We have a lot of stuff going on that as American citizens, we're not paying attention to. And while we're sleeping and we're talking about Democrats and Republicans, they're plotting and planning on attacking us from within. That's what's going on now. And if you wake up and see when you talk to Homeland Security and ICE and different people, they'll tell you this is what's going on and this is what concerns them. They said that they don't know when it's going to happen. They know that it is going to happen. This is what's coming from them. And we're sleeping while China got all these warships what they say, got like 100 warships or something in Taiwan waters. They want to invade Taiwan like Putin invaded Ukraine.
They should have solved the problem when they were letting a balloon from a different country
fly over. I didn't even know they were dumb like this. I wasn't even paying attention to this administration. And I said, why don't they allow China to collect all this information? So they know where every military base is. They know where all our defense is. They know where to bomb, that we can't even react. And the people that are leading now, you think Joe Biden is capable of leading this country? You think Kamala Harris is capable?
Yep, Joseph.
This is frightening.
Yep, Joseph, is going to come true.
We don't even know that we should be scared. We don't even know that we are in danger.
It already is true. But yeah.
Trump is trying to stop this because one thing about ex-president, they get information and they still get briefings that we don't get. He can't share everything. He know how dire this situation is for us.
Yeah, someone said it too, that instead of insulting, why doesn't someone come up with good points of why you should vote for Kamala? Not one person has said why they're voting for Kamala, why you should vote for Kamala. It's just attacking and insults and drama and all of that.
And when you ask him about, oh, she's a black woman, oh, she's the woman, oh, they're scared of women, she's the worst of the worst. There are intelligent, articulate, strong-willed women that are capable of standing ground. She's not one of them. Mm-hmm. Point blank, she's weak. You have to pull it down so it'll stop
Okay.
coming on. You know, we need people that show strength. These other nations and these other world leaders like President Putin and President Xi, President they will never respect her. They have to respect you. They respect strength. She doesn't represent any of that. If she can't do freaking interviews and running from media like she has, she can't go before these world leaders.
Look at the Fox News interview. What did everyone think of her Fox News interview? Did you think she did a good job at that? When someone actually asked her questions about this country and what she's gonna do to help this country.
And they had the audacity to try to blame the interviewer because he asked her questions that nobody else would ask her. And she, first of all, she was 15 minutes late. She tried to milk the time. They cut the interview.
They're saying she did a good job.
She didn't do any. She didn't answer anything. And she didn't want to take ownership about the border or about Joe Biden. He asked her, when did you know that Joe Biden was unfit? He was great. He was sitting in the situation room. No, he wasn't. The man looked like a zombie when we saw him. He's suffering from dementia. And they knew it the whole time. They knew it the whole time. We have nobody running this country.
I said, "Will you be the president?"
I would make a much better president than the person that's running. First of all, you have to care about the American people. We are American citizens. When I see that you don't even care about our welfare and about us, that you care, you're taking care of everyone else outside this country except for us.
Look how much money they give to Ukraine, for example.
Everyone. Lebanon, Ukraine, Gaza, they like when other countries need aid, we're right there. But when our people through the two hurricanes, Milton and Helene, we didn't come to help them. They still aren't being helped. But we run aid to everyone else. At the same time that they went through the hurricanes, they sent, 157 million to Lebanon to help them. But you're not helping the people here. I have a problem with that. I didn't vote for that. When I helped get these people in office, I didn't vote for this mess.
Oh, we're not watching CNN. I can tell you that for sure.
I watched CNN for years.
Someone says that we sound like people who watch CNN.
I watched everyone. And CNN doesn't talk like this.
Yeah.
Okay, they wishy-washy. They don't stand their ground. They're wishy-washy.
Someone says, debate me.
You're not worthy to debate because you have nothing to say.
Who wants to call?
You have nothing to say. Well, tell me about your leader. Tell me about Kamala and Tampon Tim. Tell me about Tampon Tim. You're who you want to become vice president. So you like
the knucklehead.
Yeah, the knucklehead. The one that lies all the time. The one that his state want to allow little kids to transition without their parents knowing it. The one that wants to have abortions in the 9th month. There's no limit to the term.
It's crazy.
The one that he's trying to act like he a man's man and don't know how to load up a gun. I mean, this is just, and his wife talking about she like to smell a fire as their city burned down. You know, this is, they're ill. They're ill. You think he's a leader? That's her. That's who she chose to be her VP. So if something happens to her, Tampon Tim will become president. And now there's accusations that he molested one of his students that's out there now. Did you hear about that? That he molested one of his students? See, Harry with 2025. You know, it's just so sad that like some people are so used to abuse that no matter what people do to them, it's like they want more of the same. There's nothing about this administration that you're saying like, give me 4 more years of this. There's nothing. Tell me what's great about this administration. What have they done for the American people? That's what I want to know. What have they done for the American people? You know, there's nothing about this administration that says vote these people into office, keep these people in office. Kamala came on the scene 3 months ago. She was the most hated vice president in the history of the United States. The mainstream media job was to change her whole image. She didn't even have to do interviews for 84 days. She didn't do any. She ran from the media, wouldn't answer any questions. And then when she decided to answer questions now, she's going on Call Me Daddy podcast. Howard Stern, The View. And then when she finally goes on Fox News because she got desperate because she saw that she's losing in the polls, and soon somebody try to be a journalist with 20 minutes, not an hour like they give other people, you know, to sit down and that you can have a real conversation. It was 20 minutes. And then they said, "Oh, you too hard on her. The question too hard. Oh, like you supposed to approach her with little cat mittens or something."
They might have started recording. They might have started recording.
Huh?
I was talking to my glasses.
Elijah.
I got it.
No, this.
Oh.
You gotta pay attention to that.
Yeah, my
Because it's
phone-
like 9:20, 9:30. That's like, say, 35 minutes late.
My phone didn't go off.
Don't like
I
that.
had to check the alarm.
And see what mine was going on. We were ignoring it. You kept cutting it off.
Yeah. Yeah, but I got the but I think people should do more research. I mean,
There's not much time left. It's like 18 days.
Yeah.
People already know who they're going to vote for. But the sad part of it is that if you cannot see and you're not experiencing as yourself, forget the news media, what's going on. Look at what's going on in your communities. Look what's going on at your jobs. Look what's going on at the supermarket. Look what's going on with your gas, your electric, you know, your bills. Look what's going on. I mean, look what we're experiencing.
Yeah, that's a funny comment. I mean, I still can hear Girl, Red Hawk, and Green Hawk. I mean, I'm used to people trolling. I played Call of Duty most of my life and stuff. So I actually kind of enjoy it. I'm kind of weird.
When people have nothing, you should laugh at them because
I
you're
laugh.
winning. Because when you have no substance is when people get personal, when people try to make fun because they still can't tell you one thing about this woman. Not one thing.
Yes, Michael, these glasses, they do. They're smart glasses that are Ray-Bans. So they have like a camera and audio and stuff. You can play music with them. They have like a Siri in them. They're really awesome.
What are they saying?
Someone compared me to a character from SpongeBob.
You love SpongeBob.
Yeah, that's how I remember that. All right, we're back.
When you was doing that all the time, we needed to be doing that.
Yeah. I was going to say good night. Thanks for Trump.
Trump. Woohoo. Yeah, I didn't put my Trump shirt on. I'll put it on. I'll probably go live tomorrow because I want to talk about Kamala, especially disrespecting God. I'm going to tell people, they say, thank you, Lord, and saying you're at the wrong conference. That's offensive.
Someone said, please don't add Donald Trump's name with God. That's crossing the line.
What's crossing the line is that that you are a problem because he's a child of God. God loves all of us. And he doesn't want any of us to be lost. So I don't know what kind of religion that you serve, but you most definitely aren't a Christian. Because if you could put Kamala in it and Tampon Tim that want kids mutilated and they with the alphabet club, all this stuff that's not about God, then then I wouldn't even say that about them.
Someone said talk about respect, but mispronouncing her name over and over.
Yeah, what it Camilla. I really don't care what her name is. I don't care what her name is. You know how many people have mispronounced her name? People mispronounce her name every day because they really don't care. If they really care, it wouldn't happen.
Yeah, God loves us all, because someone said God loves Kamala and tell him also.
That's right. That's what I just said.
Mm-hmm.
You know, wouldn't say that about them. They're a child of God as well. So nobody has that right saying don't put God's name like they're separate from God. Has spared Trump's life. We can say he spared his life at least on 2 occasions.
Somebody said that so Trump selling Bibles isn't a problem, and Trump he couldn't tell his favorite Bible verse either.
You know what? It's funny how people keep going back. I don't even see Kamala ever talking about Jesus or God or talking about attending church and all of that. I hear her lying about that her Indian mother loved, she grew up listening to Stevie Wonder and Miles Davis. No Indian woman was like that.
I think that was today or yesterday. They said Jesus is Lord at her rally, and she said you're at the wrong rally. You could look it up
and
for
everybody
yourself.
started laughing. They all started laughing. She told them they were at the wrong rally. That's what she said. They're at the wrong rally instead of welcoming his presence there. That's what she should have hoped for, to be there. But Jesus is in control. Trump is going to win this because God has him here for a reason. I mean, the way that he turned his head, when that happened, I told my son, like he turned his head just in time. And he did. They knew that God was there. The Secret Service and the FBI, they not that dumb. They saw that man up there on that roof.
Yes, Shia, why are you watching? You didn't have to click it, but that is a funny comment. They said, please block me. Why does it keep coming on my feed? Well, now since you clicked it, it's going to come in your feed more.
You know what? You are welcome to stay on and you're welcome to leave. It doesn't make or break our day. Obviously, you like hearing what we're talking about, or you wouldn't be on here and you wouldn't be commenting. You would have just got off.
The Lord is king.
See, when people know, then they feel it when you're speaking truth. You know truth. You know when people are making sense.
Someone said bringing up Jesus is useless when he's a serial adulterer.
What? Bringing up Jesus is useless. How many people on this feed has committed a sin? Jesus said, cast the first stone for those who have not sinned. So obviously you are without sin. Because people have a habit of bringing out every imperfection or something that someone else has done when they got skeletons in their own closets. None of us are perfect. Not one of us.
Yeah, but this is why, like to make it like, hello everyone. Like I'm in college, young college black man. It's kind of hard. You know, I've been supporting Trump since 2016. And it's been
before you were old enough to vote.
Before I was old enough to vote. But it's been a really good time. It's been a bad time too. Just hearing people hate on him and stuff, and just seeing people having the wrong idea of him. But something that I now make sure to remember is like that God got us all here for a reason, and no matter what anyone says, you still have a purpose and a reason to do what God has you here for. And Trump is definitely here for a reason, because this dude has survived 3 assassination attempts now, which is...
And weaponizing the justice system, being impeached twice, trying to steal his fortunes.
The bullet coming like this close to his head, like...
It hit him in the head.
It hit him. So, I mean, he got him here for a reason.
That's God.
And the Democratic Party isn't for God and stuff like that, so...
You know what they did on Resurrection Sunday? They celebrated, what was that, Transgender Day?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
On Easter.
On Easter.
They celebrated on Easter Sunday, Resurrection Sunday, Transgender Day.
That's disgusting.
That was horrible. Horrible. The President of the United States.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can So that's why like different people who are like you're not for like Republicans and stuff, but I don't know how you could be a Christian and not for Donald Trump when he's the Christian and the Democratic Party has done everything in opposite of God. What God literally calls an abomination, Leviticus 18:22, and you can be a Democrat but say you're for God. That doesn't really add up. But I mean, I've been a huge supporter of Trump, the best president of all time. I know people in the comments gonna hate I said that, but hey, he's the best president of all time. He's fighting for the people, like he said, fight, fight, fight. He's fighting for us.
He said he's standing in the way because they're
Yeah.
trying to get to us, and that's exactly what he's doing. He's standing in the way.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to get us.
Yeah. So I think it's kind of now a little bit too late, but still, if you can like research Trump more, if you're just
Go
on
to
here.
his website, Agenda 47. He's not Project 2025.
Yeah.
His Agenda 47. The mainstream media and all the talking heads keep trying to put that on him.
Someone asked a good question. They said, "What did Trump do to help us?" I can say a little bit of what he's done. I don't know everything, but he gave to predominantly black colleges, HBCUs. He got black people out of jail who were there for minor crimes. He did a reform act
that counteracted what Biden did was lock people up with that 1994 crime bill. It was Trump that turned that around, not President Obama. It was Trump who turned that around for black people. And you know what? The Democrats act like they hate Trump, but they all used to love him because he was a Democrat. Oprah, all the stars, all the people that don't like him now, they used to love him. They stopped liking him when he ran for president. That's when things changed because they couldn't buy him because he already was a billionaire. The rest of them had no money. They became wealthy after they got into these offices. They became millionaires, but you can't buy Trump because he's already a billionaire and they can't control him. That's what they don't like. They can control. You don't think they're going to control Kamala? They're the ones that put her up. They put her up. She wouldn't be running anything if she became president. You think that Kamala would be in charge? Seriously? You think that she would be the one? They prompt her up. They control the media. Look how the media talked it up. She went through the most hated. Right before they decided to make her the nominee, when they exposed Biden and show his dementia. He been like that.
Someone said, watch Roland Martin.
Yeah, Roland gonna lose his mind because Roland only cares about his black media, and they promised him a lot of money if they win. So Roland is not looking out for the welfare of black people. Roland is looking out for himself.
Yeah.
That's it. You always have people that sell people out. What he's doing is not for us because there's no way you can tell us to continue voting for administration that black people have been voting for 60 years that haven't done a damn thing for us.
Yeah, like
it's no way.
Like Karen said, I'll tell like the little quick story real fast. Trump, the black colleges, they kept coming back every year, and he just asked them. He said like, why you keep coming back? Why are you like always here? And then they explained to him like, we don't really have the money. And
we have to come. We have to come every year. He said they keep coming every year begging for money, like, and he's like, oh, you don't have to do that. How much you need? And he wrote it into law, and he gave them way more than what they needed. He said, I like seeing them. Some of them now, even my friends, I'm gonna miss them coming because I like seeing them coming every year. But Trump got along, and a lot of black people and all the celebrities that don't like him now, they all used to love him. So don't let that fool you.
And like it's not like easy for me or my mom because you got a lot of people that aren't for Trump that we are like close with and stuff. Family, yeah, I didn't want to say it, but family that aren't for Trump, like the majority of the family isn't for Trump. It's just really like me and my mom who are for Trump. So, but Trump is really a great guy. I think people forget too, like Trump, he's a dad, he's a father, he's a husband. It's like people sometimes forget like he's a real person.
They love him.
Yeah, with different responsibilities than just being a president. Like he's a person who he's traveling all the time. He gets probably no sleep.
He's traveling from one end of the state. He does 2 or 3 rallies. He takes interviews interviews, reporter questions. He hit town halls. This is stuff that he's doing several times a day.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't do it.
Yeah.
Different time zones.
Uh-huh. You know, I guess I'm kind of funny. I think I'm funny. But me and my mom were at the Trump rally, and I sent my sister a video. She got mad. I'm sorry. That's me being a brother. Someone said retire him and let JD run.
JD is nothing without him. People don't come for JD, they come for Trump. Trump is. He's just gonna, hopefully JD can carry the mantle from this day forward.
Yeah.
But Trump is a boss. He's a real boss.
Someone said that we not from the hood. My mom's from New York. I was raised in Philadelphia, so.
We was raised in Montgomery County. I lived in New York as a child, and then we moved to Pennsylvania. My father was in the Navy, and we moved here. My mother works for the government.
Yeah.
So that's how we came.
And now
here.
we live in like a really great neighborhood, but you know.
Well, we live in Jersey.
Yeah, we live in Jersey now, but we not from the easiest places.
We never lived in the hood.
Yeah, we never lived in the hood.
Huh?
Yeah.
I don't know what was the question.
He said y'all not from the hood. Basically like we not like black.
Well, we are, but we're not from the hood. Not all black people are from the hood. Or whatever the case may be. But why do you do that? Yeah. But I can talk to anyone on any different level. I can go to the hood and I can fit right in, but I don't change who I am.
Yeah.
I never change who I am, no matter who I'm speaking to. You know, I do not change who I am.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'll tell you guys, you know, if there's a girl watching, like, in college like I am, I'm looking for like a Christian Republican young woman, you know. I preferably would like to have a black girlfriend. I haven't dated a black girl yet. I've dated, since, you know, I'm from like a white community, I've dated like white girls. I dated a Spanish girl too. Hey, so hit me up if there's any, you know, girl out here who's, you know, interested, you know, in me. Yeah, so that was a good rally. I mean, we're about to wrap it up.
Yeah, tell them we're gonna go tomorrow. I'm gonna try to make it go into the neighborhoods in Philadelphia to feel the pulse of the city and talk to the people to see, you know, where they're leaning as far as who they're voting for. A lot are gonna say Kamala, but we're gonna see, because there's gonna be a lot more people voting for Trump that are black than people realize when they go into that polling place. Trump has a lot more support than people realize from the black community. He has a lot of support. And we're going to show out. We're going to make it, black people are going to make it too big to rig. So that plan that the Democrats had, that they were counting on the black vote, and they were going to bring all these immigrants in here, they didn't know they was going to lose us in the process. So that's what they're probably, that's why Obama's mad, and he want to scold black men. Like, he didn't expect people to be able to think for themselves.
Thank you, Gina. I really appreciate that. God bless you. What's this? Someone just said they love the black community.
Oh, you're very handsome.
Thank you.
Is she still talking Jesus? That's right. Say his name, Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus, you see, that's my gift, is being a speaker. That's my gift. That's what God gave me. Amen. Yeah, that's my gift. You know, that's what God calls me to do. Everybody has a calling.
Yeah, sir. About to wrap this up. That rally's pretty good.
So let them know we're gonna try to go to Philly tomorrow. I would like to go to some of the barber shops and talk to some of them in there, and just talk to some of the people, especially black women, because this is one time that black women need to follow the lead of black men. They need to really follow the lead, or we need to follow the lead of black men, because they're right this time. So that's what we need to do. Follow the black men. Support the black men.
Someone
Support the
said.
black men. 'Cause
Someone
the black
said.
men want to vote for Trump. That says a lot.
Someone said we should go to Russia.
Go to Russia for what?
See how it is there.
Is it good?
Trump and Putin are friends.
That's good, because you need to. It's good to be friends with your enemies.
Yeah, they're trying to be.
Yeah, that's
they're
what
trying
you
to be
want.
rude though. So.
Yeah, it's okay. We trolling back.
Yeah.
It's okay. I welcome that. I like when people have something to say, because that means that they're losing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when people don't have anything concrete to say, that's what they do. Because I still want somebody to tell me about Kamala. What has she done for American citizens? What has she done for us? Trump 2024. Trump. I want to have you guys seen my video
They probably have.
that has over 1 million views. I have t-shirts. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe this video. Get some likes up for us so it can be shared. We appreciate it.
Yo, cast iron's pretty weird too.
What?
He reminds me of what's that one guy's name? I forgot his name.
Yeah, do you know the job of vice president is? What did my president? No, obviously you don't know the job. I know this vice president had 33 votes. That she was the deciding votes in that inflation vote. That was her vote. She's done it, and she was the border czar. They got video. See, it's one thing you got receipts because you have videos with Biden appointing Kamala as the border czar.
Yeah.
So yeah, she had a lot of responsibility. She probably was the one running this country, because Joe wasn't running this country. He still isn't running this country. Can you tell me who is? Who's running this country? Thank you. Yeah, Sleepy Joe was falling down the stairs, going up the stairs. It's just amazing. And people are still justifying this. It's just so unbelievable. Trump 2024. Trump. Let's go, Trump. For someone to say that Harris got my vote to ask for more of this administration is beyond logic. I mean, they have to have a mind of a pea, because there's no way that you can say they have this main media has done a great job influencing people. They kept hearing it over and over again. He's a threat to democracy when they're a threat to democracy. Did anybody vote for Kamala? Did Kamala get one vote to become president? She's the only one in history that never received one vote. Nobody voted for her. What happened to democracy, saving democracy? It's just amazing that people are don't realize that it's been stolen from them. You had the machine pick your candidate. She wasn't chosen by the people. She wasn't chosen by the people 4 years ago. She was the first one to drop out of running for president, because then she didn't receive one vote. So it's just amazing that people would say, because of what they keep hearing, the negativity, but life was better 4 years ago. It was better. We had no wars. We didn't have inflation. We didn't have open borders. Let's just start with that. Iran was broke. They had no money to fight us. Now they got nuclear weapons. And guess who gave them hundreds of billions of dollars? They did. Kamala did. Kamala and Joe Biden did. It's amazing. They caused inflation because they ran up the debt. They saw they were printing more money. They devalued the dollar. They devalued the dollar. That inflation bill that she cast that vote, that's what caused inflation. Kamala cast that deciding vote. The vice president. Yeah, excess government spending. That's what our government did. And they start printing more money. That's what caused it. Yeah, when you're giving money to all these wars and you're flying in millions and millions of people, why was there a need to open borders to millions and millions of people during the last 3.5 years? Why did they do that? I'm going to the insurrection of loss. You know what? It's like, you know what? One thing about it, the only people that act up are the Democrats. Every time they said like the Republicans are going to go off and all this kind of stuff, that never happens. It never happens. It's like the things that they say like Republicans are going to do or what the Democrats do. It's like it's a reverse psychology thing.
Those Republicans have
Yeah,
faith in God.
they, everything they say, it doesn't come from the right, it comes from the left. All this hatred, all this rhetoric, all talking about fighting for democracy, when everything about democracy, they're doing the opposite. Their candidate is not even voted in by the people. That's called
I haven't
democracy.
seen one comment said like why they're actually voting for her. It's just people insulting the whole time.
And then they always want to keep bringing up like 4 or 5 years ago, not what's going on now. Everything is about 4 years ago or this happened, that happened, but nothing is about now. January the 6th, they never hold accountable Pelosi. She already admitted that she was told, and Trump told her January the 4th to bring in the National Guards. She decided it wasn't needed. He told the mayor of Washington, the Commonwealth, they didn't do anything about it. It fell on Nancy Pelosi. But they don't talk about that because it's better to make Trump the villain. And I thought, look, this is the opposite of how I was talking 4 years ago. So I know how people feel because I only watched certain news media and I believed everything that was said about him. It's like, instead of finding out for myself, I believe everything that was said, but I don't any longer because I see how crooked the Democrats are now. They're not trying to beat him. They try to kill him. That's a big difference. They're not Obama out here trying to chain black men into voting for her. Like we owe her something, not to the country, but she does more for the illegal immigrants in Ukraine and Lebanon and everyone else except for us. But we're supposed to vote for someone who doesn't have our best interests at heart. It doesn't make any sense to me. Somebody explain to me what has Kamala done for us? Yeah, they gave our reparations to the illegal immigrants. They should have gave it to us. And then they talk about Trump killed the border. The border policy was, look, they had the Democrats, the first 2 years they were in office, they had the House, the Senate, and the presidency. They could have done anything they want. But you know what they did? They got rid of all the policies that Trump had for the border. They got rid of the border. Even the border walls that wasn't put
Someone
up.
said, and what Trump done for you?
They have done everything possibly to this man and to this country. And people are saying, give us 4 more years. We're not going to survive 4 more years. We will be in a war. I promise you, God is sitting on the throne. We will be in a war. Because China, all they got to know is that she won the election and they're going to take action on the United States of America. You take that to the bank. You take that to the bank. You take that to the bank. She's weak. She's weak. If she's declared president, they coming for us. And that's a promise. There's no strength with her. There's no respect with her. Nobody respects her. Nobody respects her. You think China playing? You think they got warships at 127 warships, nuclear ships outside of Taiwan because they playing? Y'all think that's a joke? Y'all think they playing? You think Putin being right outside the United States with his war submarines, nuclear submarines, you think that's a joke? You really that naive?
See, some of these people need to let an illegal immigrant live in their house.
It doesn't matter. You know, I just want them to suffer by themselves. I just don't want to be included. I just wish that they could send them all to a damn planet and put them on it and let them suffer their decisions. Why should we have to, because they're dumb, why should we have to go through something that's meant for them? Nobody's trying to convince them otherwise, because they let them suffer. Why do we gotta suffer?
Said, yo, black people gotta stop this.
Why do we have to go down with the ship with y'all to prove a point to y'all to say, I told you so?
They expect us to be Democrats.
Yeah, well, black people have been Democrats long enough, and look at what's going on. I mean, for us to actually see what's happening to our country, and we don't like it. We don't like it. There's nothing to like about what's going on. We're not heading in the right direction. You think this country is heading in the right direction? Answer me that. You think Kamala is heading in the right direction? We're not heading in the right direction. This administration is leading us in the wrong direction. And if you look at the polls, 79% of Americans say that. 79% say that, just in case y'all didn't get that memo.
How can everyone who's for her support Kamala when she totally lied about Joe Biden's health and about his mental for years?
Acuity, all this time.
For years, just lied about that he was actually there in the head when he wasn't.
Fit for duty.
And he has control of nuclear codes. You know, but
and they don't think that the rest of the world leaders, they're not paying attention to what's going on here in the United States. They don't have people that were able to come in, their own spies were able to come into the United States. And they sending back information. I think they even captured one of the spies recently.
Yeah. Someone said, so who should we vote for?
Should vote for Trump. That's who you should vote for. It's not a trick question. If it was somebody else running, even if she had picked Josh Shapiro from Pennsylvania, he's well liked. He's smart. He would have outshined her. I don't know, maybe she didn't pick him because he was Jewish, but he would have been a much better pick than Tampon Tim.
No, Putin, someone said Putin indirectly endorsed her. No, Putin meant to
he endorsed her.
Because she's a weak candidate.
Yeah.
And he knows he would have total power. And Trump, you can't.
We got our enemies endorsing her.
Yeah.
The enemies.
That's not good.
Endorsing her. See, Trump represents strength. He's a man.
Someone said, I'm a nurse. I'm a professional. I'm doing well. Help yourself. Stop complaining.
But see, everybody's not a nurse, and it's not just about you. You sound selfish. It's not about you. Maybe you don't have kids, or you don't have other loved ones that aren't doing as well as you. But there are people out here that have nothing and need help.
Keith, what do you mean by that, Keith? You know, because if you mean what I think you mean, like I could tell my accomplishments right now, but I want to see what you mean.
But it doesn't matter. Don't ever prove yourself to people.
I'm not trying to prove. It's just, you know, when someone, you gotta just tell
But when
people
people
how
are
it is.
attacking, then there's something lacking in their own life. You got to
Yeah.
look at that. There's something lacking, and first of all, they don't want to be wrong. You know, they want to be right about their decisions. And this
Yeah,
time,
well,
if they vote for Kamala,
Yeah, he
they're
caught me.
wrong.
He caught me a rent boy. So
You know what? But see, when people start calling names because they're losing,
yeah,
they're losing. They're losing. And they know they're losing. So this is, they can't, where's the argument? Where's the proof? You know, they're losing. There's no proof in what they say. There's no substance in what they say. They're just saying, talking out of their
It's like,
ass.
I don't like this whole time we've been on live stream. No one has actually been really civil in explaining why they're going to vote for Kamala. Like I'm totally open. Like we're both open to hear what someone has to say of why you support her and what you see in her as president. But everyone here has just bickered and argued. Not everyone, but a majority of people have just bickered and argued and did insults and name calling instead of saying why you're going to vote for her. We're not here to debate you. We're not here to upset you. We're here just to show Trump's rally and stuff. But people aren't really civil. I mean, Democrats aren't looking really civil, to be honest. We went to a Trump rally and it was great. Everyone was great.
But
and
the
nice.
thing about it, because mainstream media has fed them so much hate that they use the same talking points. They listen to what they say and they take on that attitude. That if you keep telling people the same thing over and over, he's a threat, he's a threat, he's a threat, he's Hitler, he's Hitler. They keep saying things until the people start saying it, but it's untrue.
Yeah.
It's a lie. It's all a lie. They're the ones that are the problem. And they can't control him. Trump's biggest problem is that they can't control him.
Yeah.
That's what the problem they have with Trump. These are the same people prior to him running for president. He was a Democrat just like you, and they used to love Trump.
Oh, that's awesome, Gina. Yeah, we went a couple months ago. It was a really great experience. What? Oh, I know who he's talking to now. Now someone's spamming Harris Wallace.
What?
Someone spammed for Kamala.
That's fine. That's not gonna win an election. Have fun at it. It's not gonna win an election because too many of us see the light.
Someone said Trump is full of no policy talking points.
That's Kamala. That's Kamala. She has no policy. Tell her go on Bloomberg like Trump did and sit down with them. Don't run. Tell her don't run from that. We want to hear, as American citizens, we have a right to hear her policies. Tell her go sit down with Bloomberg, okay? Tell her don't run. Tell her don't run. Sit down with Bloomberg. We want to hear her articulate her policies.
Jonathan said names Trump policies.
It's funny, like when people say that, they always, like, that's the same thing she does. Every time they ask her a question, she blames Trump. She says Trump. We're asking them to tell us her policies and about her, and what they do is they want you.
No.
I've been talking for the last hour.
Malila said Kamala Harris is more skilled, educated, and has stated her plans repeatedly. Is she a billionaire?
She is not skilled, and she talks in word salad. Maybe you understand her language, because the rest of us don't know what the hell she be talking about. She is not articulate. She doesn't talk about anything.
Yeah,
She
Trump's.
says she's for fracking, then she says she's against fracking.
Yeah,
She says she's not for guns, and now I own a gun.
Trump's border policy helped most
She
Americans.
she
I would
copied
say.
all of his policies. He said no tax on tips. Then she says, "Oh, no tax on tips." He said we're going to give child credits, 6,000. We're going to give child credits 6,000. Trump said he was going to give her a mega hat because
Keith.
everything Trump says, then she says that's what she says.
Yo, Keith, bruh, you're talking as somebody who's made. I don't know if I should flex right now. I've made online $200,000. I made $1,000 a day when I was just 16 years old. I went viral on YouTube multiple times. I grew a YouTube channel to 100,000 subscribers and sold it for $20,000. You go look it up on YouTube. It's still titled. It's still up there. It's titled OMG Blast. Like, I didn't want to have to flex on you because you can't compare to none of the shit I've done in my life. And I'm still a young man in college, but since you wanted to keep trying to insult me, call me a rent boy and stuff, like, come on. And don't call me a boy. That's the first thing. Don't call me a boy, bruh. I'm just going to block this dude,
The thing about it,
bruh.
Elijah, that's what he is. Wait, he probably living in somebody's basement. So why are you even giving that energy?
Yeah. We got to just look at the positive comments because the trolls are kind of getting on my nerves now.
But you got to laugh at them. I welcome them because I find them humorous.
Yeah, they usually are.
Yeah. You can't even, like, when people talking like that, you got to consider the source.
Yeah.
He has nothing. When you start attacking people's character, that means you have nothing. Yeah. They have nothing. But anyway, it's time for us to get off. We're going to try to go to Philadelphia tomorrow and talk to the people and see, because Pennsylvania is going to decide this election. And I spent a lot of time last election getting people to vote for Democrats. And this time I want to see the pulse of the people because people need to wake up, especially my community, because my community will make a difference. But I believe that we're going to surprise a lot of people because a lot of us are going to vote for Trump. We're going to vote. We see all of the lies and all of the manipulation through mainstream media. We see it all because with social media, it's not just the regular news stations. You can get your news from so many sources now and from people that you can respect from other news medias, that people that don't have skin in the game. So we're living in a different time now. So I'm so happy that we don't have to rely and being brainwashed by the same people that want us to vote the way they want us to vote, do what they tell us to do. Look, Obama is losing his mind. He's going to scold black men like, don't let me get Michelle on you. Like, come on. You got to show some respect. We're allowed to make our own decisions. So, he went too far. They're going too far, but they're running scared because Trump is leading. In every swing state, he's leading. He's winning because more of us are voting for him than are not voting for him. So, but we're going to find out. God's going to decide this election however it goes. We just have to accept it and keep it moving and pray. Yeah. And pray.
Because if Trump doesn't win, I'm going to be with my mom. We're going to be in Canada. So.
He's so funny. You like, we out.
It's going to be World War III.
It's going to be civil war within the country with people, all these people that came in here, got all kinds of weapons that this government, they seeing people taking over apartment buildings. Venezuela gangs taking over apartment buildings.
With machine guns.
And they saying, oh, it's just a few apartments. And J.D. Vance say, are you hearing yourself? I mean, that's what's going on here. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Enjoy Canada. Woo-hoo. It's okay. But anyway, we wish you well. We hope everybody stays safe and hope everyone have a blessed night. And we just I don't know what that was all about. You must be tired. You know, you're extreme. You know, but yeah, but God is good all the time. God is good. So God bless all of you. We hope that, you know, you just keep your eyes open,
God bless.
watch your back, watch your surroundings, because we it's different here now in the United States. It's not the same. It's not the same with this invasion that we have here. You know, we have people here that are convicted murderers and you don't know who they are. They could be living next door to you. So stay safe, everyone, and pay attention to what's going on. Trump, Trump, Trump. Trump, Trump,
Yeah, and
Trump.
if you want to get a T-shirt of Trump, 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 it's only for $15. It's on our YouTube channel, Speak the Truth homepage of it. You can click the link in the bio, and you can get a shirt for yourself. It's only $15 if you can get it, but it's still something great. You can recommend to somebody if you can't get it who's a Trump supporter.
Yo, anyway, good night and have a good evening. We love you, and God loves you, and God loves all of us. So, you know, continue to be blessed and continue to vote for Trump, because he's that guy, and God got him. God got him. Watch, God got him. God didn't save him not to win. So y'all can enjoy the delusion off for a little bit longer with this fake candidate that you didn't vote for. You didn't even vote for this lady. So she been put in that position. She wasn't nominated. And that's called democracy, just in case you didn't know what democracy was. Yeah, see, they don't have anything original. They're trying to say, like I say, Trump, Trump, Trump. Look at that. Sad. Y'all don't have nothing there. I mean, it's sad. They have nothing. Because she hasn't given them talking points, because she doesn't talk about anything. She used to say, and it was that it be as it used to be. And that, I mean, she used to say that saying everywhere. It was crazy. So they have nothing to support her. They can't even fight for her because she doesn't talk about anything.
Yeah, no, you're going to be out this country, Emmanuel.
But anyway, y'all take care. We got to go. I'm tired. We got to go to bed. But thanks for joining us. We'll be screaming tomorrow. I don't know what time, because I really want to go Philadelphia. So y'all can, you know, it's a lot of people that want to vote for Harris, and there are a lot of people that want to vote for Trump. And a lot of times people don't want to let people know that they're voting for Trump. So that's what's going on in the Black community.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll be leaving, you know, because the girls like me here a little too much. But we'll see, you know. We'll see.
Okay, well, anyway, good night, you guys. Thanks. Peace out. Thanks for joining us. Woohoo. Let's talk to you guys.
That's funny. There's a lot of trolls here. I'm going to talk to them just for like a few minutes.
Okay. Make me some tea.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
You enjoying my tea.
You know, I'm a singer, so I don't really want like people to know my political views and stuff. But yeah, it's still funny and fun to talk to people. You look like a troll. Hey, that's what's up, man. Somebody make me laugh. Yeah, black women don't want me. Okay. That's what someone said. Vote blue. Vote blue, Kamala. Trump does not care about you guys. You're in for a rude awakening. Yo, Keith, you gotta be like how old are you, dude? I'm not even gonna block you. Like, how old are you?
You want some tea?
Huh?
Want some tea?
Yo, Sincere Essence, what's your Instagram? All right, everybody, you know, if you're not with Trump, You gotta come to Team Trump. I used to have a Make America Great Again hat, but my sister threw it away. So I'm gonna get another one. You know, Trump's a great guy. You know. My glasses fogging up. Well, my glasses have like, they change shades, like shading, so they can go from like clear to like darker like shades. They have like technology and stuff in them. For example, I'll do like technology real fast. Hey Meta, record a video. See, and now it's recording a video, super HD too. All right, you want to say hi? Hey Meta, start recording. Hey Meta, stop recording. Hey Meta, what's the weather today?
In Summerdale, New Jersey, it's currently clear and 48 Fahrenheit. Today, expect a high of 73 and a low of 43 Fahrenheit.
I don't know if y'all can hear that, but it has like technology in my glasses. Yeah, it's pretty nerdy. So it said, how much Legos does my mom let me have in my room? Someone said, how much Legos how many Legos does your mom let you have in your room?
Your room is a boss, man. You're not
Yeah.
your own. You can have whatever you want.
Someone said I might sit this election out.
Okay, that's your choice. But it's so important.
Yeah, Jonathan, you a little too close to me. You gotta back up, bro. Back up, man. I'm into the females. I'm into females, man. I don't know why you so close to me, bro. Hey, I appreciate it, Essence. I really appreciate it. Let me get your Instagram or something so we could talk, you know? You say you in New York? That'd be cool. But yeah, you know, I've been with Trump. First day born. Been Trump, you know? You know, I know people don't like it. But it's whatever. You know, there's always haters. Anywhere you go, there's haters. I'd be like, y'all gotta stop hating on me. You know, like people in this chat room hating. But I'm glad people don't hate on my music. Because I have like an angelic singing voice, so people don't hate on that. But everything else I do, people be hating. Like my TikTok, they be hating. I'm like, dang. I got new friends. Ma.
Oh, great.
Yeah. I think they kind of like me.
Oh, okay.
Everyone's hating on me, bruh. They always hating on me. It's because I'm a handsome man. I've made a lot of money. The girls love me. I'm in college. I've made 6 figures. I went viral on YouTube multiple times. You know, I'm not trying to flex on y'all, but I'm just saying, you know, people be hating. And I'm a Trump supporter. And I'm a Christian, like mainly because I'm a Christian man. That's the main reason why people hate, because that's the devil. Yeah, I made 6 figures when I was 16. No, it sounds like I'm not telling the truth, but I'm telling the truth. Hey, I appreciate that, Gina. What's your Instagram? Like we could become friends. I appreciate that. Thank you. You always got the same people hating. It's like everyone else doesn't hate, but the same people are just always hating. Yeah, I find it funny. I kind of don't want to post it because, you know, I do music and stuff. I don't want, like, people who hear my music see this.
We did the rally.
Yeah. I kind of want people to know my political views. That's something, like, as an artist. But I might still post this. But I kind of don't want people to see my political views because people get really, like, upset if they don't agree with your political views instead of just agreeing to disagree. So it's like a hard thing because my songs get decent amount of views. I got like 3,000 views on one song. My songs get a good amount of views, you know. So, but I still want to have my voice heard at least for this election. But I'm not trying to upset people before they even hear a song from me, you know. So yeah, so I don't know, we'll see. Oh, that's awesome. I respect it. Oh, that's awesome. You got a son. Yeah, I'm still looking for her. You know, my ex, like my music kind of mostly is heartbreak music because my ex, she it was a really bad breakup with her. So I'm kind of a simp for her. So, you know. Yeah, still looking for the new girl. Yeah, I told you I'm a singer. I mean, what do you expect? It was soft spoken. What do you expect? I'm a singer. Like, look at Michael Jackson's voice. Like saying I'm a soft spoken, bruh. You expect me to be like, hey, yo, what's up, man? It's fun talking to people like this, though, man. All right, I'm about to dip, though. We'll be on tomorrow and stuff like that.
Good footage for them tomorrow. We're gonna go live. What time you wanna go live so they can come back on tomorrow?
Yeah.
Because we have people all over the world that are participating. We'll let them know. We'll send out a notification. Ask them
That's
to
true,
like,
Rhett.
share, and subscribe.
That's
so
true,
that they
local.
get a notification when we go live.
Yeah, we'll send a post on our channel when we go live. We'll go live tomorrow, and I'll be back. It's like my mom will be back and I'll be back. I don't know about going to Philly though. My mom wants to go to Philadelphia tomorrow. I think we should go to the beach in Wildwood.
I'm going to Philly and I'm talking to people. You don't know the neighborhoods. I'm going into the neighborhoods tomorrow.
Okay.
See, the people that go there, they don't go into the neighborhoods. They're not talking to the communities. We're going to go into the communities, our own communities or whatever, and get the opinion of the people.
Yo, some people in these comments is funny.
Because Philadelphia's going to decide this election. I'm going to go there.
Someone said, Mommy said, get your tea and go off live. Yeah, I had a cold. I had to, I had to get back. I got Ricolas and stuff. But yeah, that was a great rally. Got a little... Yeah, but that was a great Trump rally. This was a fun time with you and the people. Everyone that's joined and left a message, we really appreciate it. People subscribe. And yeah.
$1 million+ views on that rally.
Mm-hmm. So, yo, you're a suspect, bro. I don't even know why you say that, but yo, this dude, hey, you're getting blocked, bro. All right, we're about to. I'm a dip now. Thanks everybody for joining. Um, if y'all want to hear my music, um, I don't know if I should say my music because I'm not trying to have some people trying to hate, but you know, it's a great time with all of you. Um, someone called me a sellout. Okay.
They gotta come better than that, but it's okay. It's okay.
You know,
Philly in the house. It's okay.
someone said I want to listen to your music. Okay, I'll say my music. Can I write a comment? Or I'll just say my username. It has like 2,000, 3,000 views. It's called, how do I leave like a comment? Well, I'll just say the name. Is Ely Walls. It's Ely Walls is the song's called. It's ELY dash, and then Walls WALLS. Then also in the title is X and then SAPIENTDREAM. And the song has like about like 2,500, 2,000 views. If you want to check it out, it's a lo-fi, so it's like X's song, Jocelyn Flores. It's me singing, so if you want to hear me singing and stuff, I think everyone would love it. It's like I think you'll at least like it. I think I'm a pretty good artist and stuff like that. You know. But yeah, we're gonna wrap it up. I know it's just still a lot of people watching, that's why. But it's 60. Yeah, but
Tell them to like, share, and subscribe so they'll be notified tomorrow.
yeah, like, share, and subscribe.
So they get our notification tomorrow.
Someone said the nose ring says it all. Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I think like at first I was going to promote my music because I was like, yeah, I can start getting like a lot more views if I promote it. But then I was like, I want my music to be more grown naturally and to get people like without paying for it. I thought that would be kind of like fake buying it. Like most artists out there, they didn't pay their way to success. So I was like, just gonna have it be natural. And that song was natural, like natural post, no payment for it, and it got that many views, and I'm really happy about that. And look at that as like a really big accomplishment of mine. But I'm trying to get more views than that and stuff like that. But yeah, so now people are starting to leave, so we're about to dip. Thank you for watching with me and my amazing mother. We'll be live streaming again tomorrow. And yeah, what will we be live streaming?
Well, I know that Trump's gonna have some more rallies maybe tomorrow, but I want to go to Philadelphia. I want to start. There's only but 18 or 19 days left for this election, so I really want to pound the streets. People get out to vote. See, like Pennsylvania is the state that he needs to win and Harris. They both need Pennsylvania to win this election. So I want to go there with the people and interview the people.
Yo, Moko, you funny. But yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I think that's what we need to do up until election, interview the people.
Thank you, Gina. Yo, don't say that to me, Terry, bruh. I don't know. See, people don't understand. Like, if you saw me in person, you wouldn't be saying stuff like that to me, because like I'm 6'3" and stuff, and I weigh 250 pounds. So I'm a pretty, strong, tall, muscular man. But hey, I'm gonna log off now. Let all of you go to sleep and stuff. So I actually box. Like, you're saying that I can't, but I actually box. I did karate. I think I was pretty good at boxing. I had my eyes open as much as I could. But yeah, I'll let all of you go to sleep. Everyone here is talking a lot to me. Terry, see, he's on that side. He's on left side. I'm with the girls, and you're like over there with the guys. But yeah. But I'll see you all tomorrow. I'm sorry, Ma. It's just really fun having people to talk to.
Oh yeah, well they can do tomorrow. They
Yeah.
join in.
Okay, guys. See you. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Gina, for being a great mod. He's a great boxer. But thank you for watching. Even to the people who came in here to troll, you brought like laughs and brought some joy. Some of the people who calling me a cutie and cute, I don't know if you're a man. So I'm not gonna reply to that. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. And my mom say bye too.
Bye. Peace out. Time to go to bed. Thanks for joining us. See you tomorrow. Ciao.
No, I'm not like someone said bye, Miss 6'3". They say bye, Mrs. 6'3".
Oh, Mrs. All right, good night.
Y'all funny. Okay, bye everyone.